While Roseanne star Roseanne Barr claims she was offered a role in The Conners, I'm so glad that this never happened. The Conners' large cast of characters was always a problem for the series. Ever since Roseanne's 2017 revival, the family sitcom was never sure who to follow in a given episode. Roseanne Barr's Roseanne was the title character, but she wasn't as central to many season 10 episodes as her daughter, Sarah Gilbert's Darlene. Similarly, Roseanne's sister Jackie played a pivotal role, but it was no bigger than her niece Becky's part. However, when Barr was fired from the show for racist tweets, Darlene didn't become its replacement protagonist. Instead, the series became The Conners, and its focus shifted between members of the titular family for 7 seasons. While this approach may have worked for earlier family sitcoms like Modern Family, The Conners Season 7's ending proves that Roseanne's spin-off never quite got the hang of balancing its many main characters. That said, things could have been much worse. Roseanne Barr's reported The Conners Season 7 return explained. Roseanne Barr claims The Conners creators wanted her to return. In her 2025 documentary Roseanne is America, Barr claimed that the creators of The Conners offered her a chance to play Roseanne's ghost on the spin-off. Per Barr, "They called me and asked me if I would like to come back as a guest star. You're coming back as a ghost." Barr went on to claim that she was offered the role of Roseanne's ghost due to the dwindling ratings of The Conners, but it is worth noting that the spin-off's ratings held steady from seasons 4 to 7. Unless Barr was offered the role before season 4, this explanation seems illogical. That said, Barr reprising her role in season 4 or earlier would have been even more jarring, as the family was only just beginning to get over her death at that stage. Understandably, The Conners attempted to address the story of Roseanne's accidental overdose on opioid painkillers with tact and grace, so a plot twist where her ghost appeared seems like a difficult tonal swerve. In any case, the creators of The Conners refuted Barr's claims. Barr didn't specify when the cameo would take place within the timeline of the series, but it seems intuitive that the final season would have been the most likely to include a comeback from Roseanne. The Conners Season 7's Roseanne return wouldn't have been unprecedented as late TV characters have returned as ghosts before, but Roseanne's contested ghost cameo would still have been a disaster for numerous reasons. How Roseanne's ghost appearance would have changed The Conners ending. Roseanne returning as a ghost would have been surreal and bizarre. Roseanne was always notable for its grounded tone. This is what made Season 9, wherein the Connor family won the lottery and became millionaires overnight, so uniquely hated among reviewers and fans alike. A lot of shows could have pulled off a plot twist this surreal and silly, but Roseanne became an incredibly influential network sitcom specifically because the show treated issues like income inequality, unemployment, lack of access to healthcare, and unstable work seriously. That said, Roseanne wasn't without its occasional flights of fancy. Season 2, Episode 8, Sweet Dreams, featured a string of absurd, elaborate dream sequences, and numerous episodes featured flashbacks to the childhoods of the show's heroes. As such, Barr could potentially have appeared as a ghost in Roseanne's original run, particularly in the cartoony, critically slated Season 9. However, The Conners had an even more pointedly grounded tone than Roseanne, so her proposed cameo appearance would never have made any sense. Ghosts didn't exist in the world of The Conners, a realistic, grounded vision of working-class middle America that was devoid of anything supernatural or surreal. The Conners wasn't Community or 30 Rock, or even a much less heightened show like The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air wherein the characters could still occasionally lean on the fourth wall. As such, Roseanne returning to The Conners as a ghost would have been so tonally jarring that any impact the cameo itself made would be outweighed by the necessary scenes spent justifying its existence. The Conners Season 7 was better without Roseanne's ghost appearance. Roseanne's tragic death shaped the entire spin-off series. The Conners didn't have the sort of silly, surreal, or playful tone where such a thing could happen and, as such, The Conners was better off without Roseanne's return as a ghost. Due to conflicting reports from Barr and a source for TV Line, it remains unclear whether this plan was ever in place. What is clear is that, by cutting this potential cameo from the show's original star, The Conners maintained the show's grounded tone until the very end. Since Season 7 already featured some silly twists, it is just as well this wasn't vastly exacerbated by ghostly visitations. Jackie returned to the police force in Season 7, a plot that was moderately funny thanks to sitcom veteran Laurie Metcalf but which felt divorced from her character's personality and previous arc. The Conners forgot supporting stars like Beverly Rose to prioritize this plot which, aside from courting nostalgia from fans of Roseanne's original run, served little purpose. This highlights just how much Season 7 already overemphasized the importance of revisiting old storylines over creating new plots. Ideally, The Conners Season 7 could have passed down the show's focus from Roseanne's generation to her children and grandchildren, focusing less on Jackie and Dan and more on Becky, Darlene, Beverly Rose, Mark, and Harris. However, seemingly driven by nostalgia for the show's original run, The final episodes instead brought back the painful memory of Roseanne's death as Dan fought the pharmaceutical company that manufactured her opioid painkillers and lost. This downbeat plot didn't offer the family much of a future. As such, Roseanne returning for The Conners Season 7 would have been disastrous. The Conners Season 7's dropped storylines were frustrating, but the show at least avoided literally reanimating dead characters to focus further on the show's past. Centering the final outing on such a maudlin, morbid plot was a major risk, and it came at the cost of screen time for the show's younger characters. The Conners Season 7 bringing back Roseanne star Roseanne Barr would have made this even worse, meaning the show was right to keep its former heroine off-screen.